Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Saturday, July 26, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Links are always in Linktree. Linktree is always in the description box. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. And if some of it fits, God's kiss. We want that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Erica's Lenormand of Hope deck. This is by Erica Robinson, illustrated by Erica Pibas. I got this off La Penatere. It's one of my favorites. It fits right in the palm of my hand. It's amazing. And they actually do a tinier version. I don't know how it could get any tinier, but apparently it does. We got 2 on the table. Ooh, that flipped quick. 3 on the table. 4 on the table. Whoa. Sweet Fancy Moses. Shit. We got 7 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles here. Okay, I don't, like, the hair on the back of my neck didn't stand up and I didn't feel a tingle in my spine, but I feel like there's bugs crawling along my neck. Last shuffle. A lot of movement in these cards. Nine on the table with bottom of the deck. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I think whatever is up here at the top of the deck goes along with this reading. But I'm going to just say it like this. The scales are tipping in someone's favor. And there's going to be a tower moment for a community, a group of people. They're going to be illuminated for what they are. And they're going to see someone for who they are. And I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't think this has to do with this, but the dog and the stork card, there is somebody that diligently, faithfully watches out for someone. With the stork card, it gives off like innocent, like somebody watching out for somebody who's innocent. All right, we're going to put this on the windowsill. Okay, I was outside doing my Kim yoga and it started to rain, so I came inside. Plus, I was losing power on my old iPad and my phone. And now it gets sunny again. Dang it. We got bouquet. We've got child. We've got ship. We've got woman. We've got scythe, snake, rider. I said there was a lot of movement. House, and bottom of the deck, man. Feminine, masculine, take heart, resonates. This could be two men, it could be two women. The child card to me is just innocent. It's like and I don't necessarily mean like childlike innocence. I mean like innocent. Like if there was a certain situation and there's people involved, like this person stands apart. Like this person is removed from that situation because they are innocent. And whatever else is going on there, that would be guilty. That would be toxic. That would be karmic. Okay. That's what I see when I look at this child card. Like it's somebody that's apart from the chaos because they're innocent. Let me take a drink. And again, this man can be a woman. This woman could be a man. It really just doesn't matter. It's energy. I'm going to read it as it fell out. You can take how it resonates for you. So with the bouquet card next to the child card, again, this is somebody innocent. This is someone removed from a situation. And I heard fresh as a daisy. Daisy is one of my favorite flowers, y'all. It is actually my favorite flower. 11 years with my ex-husband, and he could not remember that daisy was my favorite flower. So simple, pure and innocent. The thing is when this card fell out, I got fresh. Like whoever this child is, this childlike figure, this is someone fresh. This is someone, again, like I don't want to be crass and I don't want to be disgusting, but I'm just going to say it. Like when shit hits the fan, this person is usually on the outside. This is someone like they're not a part of that. And even if it's not recognized when the shit hits the fan, eventually it is. Eventually that is recognized. That whatever took place, whatever was going on in a situation, in a community, family, work dynamic, however you want to take this as it resonates for you, that person is removed. Like it did not touch them. My left heel is buzzing. Yeah, I said that. My left heel on my foot is buzzing. I'm assuming some type of electrode waves through my muscles and my tendons. But that was interesting. Because a lot of time my left ear will ring. And usually when my head starts to buzz, it'll start from my left and go to the right. Usually. And those are all signs of confirmation for me. Last time I got confirmation, I think, was not yesterday, but the Friday before when I was talking about the guy from work. And I was like, and I said something like I was sure that he liked me, he had feelings for me, and my ear started to ring, and then I felt my head buzz. Apparently now I feel it in my heel as well. This woman figure, who is in fact a snake, a snake, a snaketh, a snaketh in the grass. Shakespeare. I didn't bring my phone or anything in here because they're all charging. Like they were at 0. Snaketh in the grass. Shakespeare, maybe? Maybe I'm just making that up in my head. Um, this woman, this snake, it's with the ship card, it's like they're gonna go towards whoever this child figure is. They're gonna cut some shit up. They're gonna start some shit. Pickles, stop it. I already got Homer in here. I'm not letting you in. You were licking my leg earlier. It drove me nuts. So this okay, so there's like two scenarios here because I'm just gonna say it. Whoever this man is, they're gonna ride in and like protect what they believe is theirs. Okay, their home, this childlike figure. They're gonna ride in and protect this person. It kind of gives the energy of kind of like a movie, like where you would watch it and like there's a lone figure and they're solitary and there's two people headed towards them, one to protect them and save them and one to do them harm, right? You see that in movies all the time. That's like the basis for a lot of like scary movies and drama movies, action movies. Like this woman is going towards this childlike figure to start some shit with the scythe. They don't have good intentions. But this man figure is going in again to protect their home. They're basically like their person. The flip side to this, the second scenario is again, it gives the energy of two people going towards one person. And it's almost like whoever gets there first, whoever gets there first gets to tell like their side of the story first, gets to stake claim. It's kind of funny because I used to see readings like that all the time when I first started my healing journey and I was healing from what happened with me and my ex best friend of 30 years. I used to see readings like that all the time where like two people are going to come towards you because they both want to tell you their side of the truth. And in their minds, whoever gets to you first, that's who you're going to believe. The thing is as a healing person, we all know that you're going to go with your intuition. Like, who do you believe? You could believe one over the other. You could not believe either of them, right? Like, if you follow your intuition and two people come towards you with their series of events, what they believe happened, you could just be like, oh, you're both full of shit. Like, you're both lying to me. Fuck off. Or you could believe one over the other. But that's the thing about healing people is we know to trust our instincts, we know to trust our intuition, our third eye, our foresight, right? So on one hand, this man riding towards his home, his person, it could either be a positive energy or it could be a negative energy. And this childlike figure in this home, they're open to receive. The lights are on. They're waiting. Like whoever this childlike figure is, this fresh, innocent, childlike figure, they are waiting. They are waiting for people, possibly multiple people, to come towards them with some type of truth, with some type of honesty. Like give it to me straight. And just because this woman is in connection with this snake, it doesn't mean that this man can't be either. Like I said, they could both be going towards this person with like dark underlying purposes. Okay? I think that's just for you to take it as it resonates for you. Because I'm just gonna be honest. Like past situations, current situations, I know, I know who's gonna come to me with the truth and with honesty, and I know who's not. And I'm just gonna be brutally honest. Most of the people, my past, my present, are not gonna come to me with truth and honesty. They're just not. And for the people in the past, this late in the game, 2, 3 years later, you're too late. You're too late. Whatever truth that anybody could bring me at this point, don't get me wrong, I will be able to tell if it's the truth, if it's honest in its if it's honest in its intention. Sorry, that was a little much for me. Um, I'll be able to tell. The thing is it's too late. Like anything that happened in my past 2, 3 years ago, and you want to come back now and you want to relay some type of message to me, feel free. And I've actually been thinking about this a lot lately personally, because I don't really see it that much more in readings. I used to. Like when I first started healing, I kept seeing like, oh, they're gonna come back and apologize. They're gonna come back and apologize. 2.5, 3 years later, they're not coming back to apologize. And even if they were, fine, come back and apologize. Say what you have to say. Clear your conscience. I want that for you. Fabulous. But what do you expect my response to be? Do you expect me to be overjoyed, happy, excited, pissed? And I will say what I said this morning on my Facebook post. There are some things that only God can forgive. So do not ever, ever, if you are watching, anybody from my past is watching this, do not ever think that you're going to come in here and tell me something and I'm going to forgive you. Because just so you know, I am not. And that is not out of vengeance, that is not out of meanness. That is just out of the fact that that time has come and gone. If you've literally been sitting there for 2 to 3 years, hemming and hawing about whether you should come in and apologize to me or say something to me or confront me, and you literally just pick your balls up off the floor, whether you're a man or a woman, I don't care, ya cojones, and you come towards me with the truth and you think that you deserve something in return, you are absolutely fucking mistaken. 2 to 3 years later. Like that is like anything that happened in the past is in the past. I only talk about my past because it's a learning lesson. It's something that I continue to learn from. And if it helps you learn, if it helps humans learn, fabulous. That's why I talk about it. But that's my past. Like, I don't live there. I live here. I live in the now. I mean, I literally have shit happening in the now that I have to deal with, you know? So all of that stuff, is like way back then. It reminds me of the guy that came back in February, that I was seeing in 2023 after my divorce. And oh, I'm just glad you're talking to me. He didn't apologize. He didn't say he was sorry for anything. I don't even think he realized that I was going to bring up his girlfriend, the fact that he still has a girlfriend. He admitted he still has a girlfriend, one that he doesn't even want. I don't get it. One that is not compatible with him, apparently, according to his words. And he thought he was going to move me into some type of friends with benefits, casual situationship kind of thing like we had in the past. And I literally was upfront with him and I said, I don't do that. I don't do that. I've been celibate for almost 2 years at the time. I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, if you want to be friends, we can be friends. We can be friends all day. You want to hang out and go for walks together, you want to chit chat, that's fine. Like, we can do that. And I think it's funny that, like, after 2 months, he's like, I'm done trying with you. And I blocked him, but he blocked me too. Sir, I don't know what you were thinking you were going to find here after a year and a half. Like, compliance? Love? A year and a half. A year and a half is a long time. 2 years, even longer. 3 years, an eternity. And you expect to come in and find me energetically where you left me. Are you crazy? Are you clinically insane? And don't get me wrong, I realize that there are a lot of unhealing people out there, and where I left them 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago are exactly where they are. I understand that. But you cannot, as a rationalized human being, assume that every single person is going to be like that. People grow, people change, people move on. I'm not lying. This very much gives the energy of two people going towards a person. They each have a truth to say. One of them, or both of them, are hoping that whoever gets there first, that's who they're going to believe. When in reality, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Something could have happened a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People are going to use their spidey sense, their intuition, their gut feeling. That's how they're going to know who's telling the truth. It doesn't matter who gets there first. And I'm not going to lie, like, whoever this innocent individual is that's fresh, that stands out, look at these two cards. Tell me that this isn't a protected person. Tell me that this isn't a divinely guided person. And again, if this man is going towards their home, going towards this childlike figure with positivity in their heart to protect them, to shield them from this woman, this snake, God, I hope they get there first. So, you know what? I'm just going to say it because um, it kind of resonates for me with the situation I have going on at work with the guy that I had feelings for, and he decided to go towards my friend. I could definitely see this as their perspective. I could definitely see this as, like, I stand apart, I stand on the outside. Or sorry, my friend stands apart and stands out on the outside. I'm the woman, I'm the snake. I'm going after the person, my friend that stands on the outside. And this man is the guy that I had feelings for, and he thinks that he's going to protect her. I could definitely see that as part of my own scenario that's happening right now. I could definitely see that. And I can't really argue with it. The only thing I can say is there's always three sides to every story, or in this case, there would be four sides, right? Mine, the guy's, my friends, and God's. And God sees everything. God literally sees everything. And I've said before with this situation, like I don't blame her in any type of way. Like she got involved with him thinking that there was like this, thinking he wasn't involved with somebody else, thinking they were going to start out as friends, thinking that, maybe they were going to be a couple, which they probably will be at some point if they aren't already, right? Um, to me, she does give off a somewhat innocent energy, although at the same time, like knowing what she knows about the situation now and the fact that, like, now I feel like I was meant to speak on it to kind of warn her from him, if that makes sense. Because now I feel like he orchestrated everything on purpose. Like he did it on purpose. Like he just decided he was going to pit two friends against each other. And I feel like I'm supposed to say something to warn her, but at the same time, like, and I just said this in one of the affirmations that I'm posting to YouTube. I can't change anybody's thoughts. I can't change the way they feel. I can't help them to grow. I can't help them to heal. I can only change and grow and heal for myself. And it's funny because now, like this past week, like like I'm taking myself out of the equation. Like I'm moving off by myself to heal and to leave the situation and not deal with these two people and let them do whatever they're going to do in their situation. So if they consider me the snake is leaving. The snake is crawling back into their cave to do what they need to do for themselves. So the child and the man, and I know that sounds weird, but this innocent person and this man can do whatever the hell they want, because this snake is going off to heal themselves. And see how easy that is when you're a healing individual. You can look at it from all sides. You can look at it from all perspectives. You can put yourself in that negative position, that toxic position. Because when you do that, you actually cause more growth for yourself, more healing, more change, because it's going to help you not to behave like that or do that in the future. That's what healing is all about. If you can't, how many times have I told you guys that everybody has a little bit of narcissism in them? And if you're a truly non-narcissistic person, you're going to acknowledge that. You're going to be like, I'm a little narcissistic. Who isn't? A true narcissist will never, ever, 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 all day long admit that. They will never admit that. Nope, they will not. Nope. Because once they admit that, then there's that recognition that you need to try and heal that. And if you don't heal that, you're doing it on purpose. You're being a narcissist on purpose. That right there. That's why they don't acknowledge it. That nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm not a narcissist. Nope, nope. Yeah, you are. And the worst kind too. Because you don't want to try and heal from it. You don't want to try and grow from it. The rest of us are out there trying to heal ourselves. Like when we recognize our toxicity, like me saying I'm the snake in that scenario for these two people, that's growth. You don't think that's growth? I can't, if I liken this to my situation, right? And I'm the snake, I'm the woman. I can't change how these people think or feel or what they're doing or what they've experienced or what they're going to experience. Only they can do that for themselves. But me, if I'm the snake in that situation, I can heal this and drop it and just be this. And that, my friends, what is that? Healing, growth, change, abundance, balance. Whoever is involved in this situation, whatever this situation is for you, if this resonates, I always encourage everybody, and I've said this before, readers will say this, right? Put yourself where it fits. Always, always recognize your part in a situation. And I'm just gonna say this. You can claim all day long to be innocent. It is the year 2025. Nobody is innocent. Unless you're an absolute child, unless you're a cute little animal, nobody is innocent. Humans are not innocent. And as we grow and age, we have the opportunity to heal ourselves, to remove that toxicity, to remove that negativity, to transmute that into positivity, right? For growth, for change, for healing. You have that opportunity. Every human has that opportunity. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many scenarios with this situation. If it fits for you the way it fits, that's the way it fits. And again, I just encourage you to be honest about who you are in the situation. Because like I said, if I liken this to my current situation, I'm the snake. To these other two people, I'm the snake. And that's fine. I'll take that. I'll grow from that. I'll heal from that. I'll change from that. And the funny thing is expounding on that personally, I don't really think that either one of them is a snake, if you want me to be honest. I think that my relationship with him was a lot of miscommunication and on his part. I mean, I told him I loved him. I told him I had feelings for him. Like I said what I had to say. He said nothing. That is miscommunication on his part. And that has had an effect not only on me, but on my friend. That's how I look at it. But do I think of either one of them as a snake? No, I think of them as both people that need to work on themselves, that need to heal. But at the same time, I already know I need to work on myself and I need to heal and I need to grow and I need to change from the whole situation, which is why I've extricated myself. Like I don't want to have anything to do with either one of them for the moment because I need to figure out myself. I need to move on for myself. I need to do for myself, you know? Always trying to look at it more positively, always trying to inject some insight there, some clarity. Even if I just have to base this off what I know, and because nobody will be honest with me in the situation and nobody will communicate with me properly, like I just have to base it off what I know. And that's again the same for you. You have to take how this reading resonates for you. Put yourself where you fit. For some of you, this is something that already happened in the past. For some of you, this hasn't happened yet. For some of us, me included, I've had this happen so many times. Like I can't even tell you. The ex best friend, my friend from work whose boyfriend assaulted me, the current situation, and there's others. I know there's others. And I've said this before, we all experience the same type of situations, the same type of people. We encounter the same people every day, all day long. How are you going to deal with it? Right? How are you going to deal with them? And it's kind of funny because I've come to this sad conclusion. And I know you're going to get in the comments and you're going to say something. I know you're going to get in the comments and you're going to say something, but I've come to this very sad conclusion. This situation that I'm in, that I'm extricating myself from, that I'm healing from, I'm not going to let these two people change me. Like, I'm going to continue to be the loving, caring, giving individual I've always been, but I'm going to be wiser and I'm going to be smarter about those that I let in. Because there's a difference. I can be loving and caring and giving to every single person I meet, people I know, people I don't know. But do I let them in? Not anymore. Not anymore. At least for the time being. At least for the time being, Personal choice, personal preference. All right. I'm gonna leave this here. I've been jabbering on for 36 minutes. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained by it. I hope you all have a great day and or evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.